Hi, this is Michelle from Sour Baristas, and today I wanted to share with you my secret ingredient bread recipe. Now, I know these videos were intended to streamline your life, and so I'm sure you're thinking, why in the world would I want to make bread when I can very easily buy it from the grocery store? But this is just a great go-to recipe for if you actually want to have fresh bread. It's not a lot of hands-on work. It takes a little bit of time to let it rise and all that good stuff, but it's definitely worth the wait. And you could just plan it around the other things that you need to get done in your life. So it's really wonderful, very tasty, and I really hope you guys will enjoy it. So here are all the ingredients to the bread recipe. Flaxseed and chia seeds are optional. So the secret ingredient to my secret ingredient bread recipe is gluten. And gluten is essentially just a protein which you add into regular flour to create your bread flour. Just for clarification, the gluten adds elasticity and just chewiness to the bread. So that's why you want to add it in. I know it's super depressing for those of us that may be gluten sensitive or you just can't have gluten in your diet. But if you can have gluten in your diet, this is a great thing to add to any type of bread. So whether that's pizza or rolls or your sandwich bread or anything like that, it's definitely an awesome thing to add in. So here I have warm water and I'm just adding in the yeast. And once it's all mixed, then you just have to let it sit for about 5 minutes. So here I have my flour, I've added sugar and my wonderful gluten. And now here's some flaxseed and some chia seeds that I will be adding along with some salt. Here are the dry ingredients being mixed. Back to the yeast and water after 5 minutes, and then you add that in along with the melted butter. And you add a little bit more water. You can use that to rinse out your butter bowl. So here's everything getting all mixed up. And right now I'm adding in flour so that the dough dries out a bit. And this is what you're going to end up wanting your dough to look like. So after you're done mixing your dough, you want to get it off your hook with a little bit of extra flour. And then you make sure you get it out of the bowl. It shouldn't be sticking to the bowl anymore. Hand should be clean. You add a little bit of oil and you make sure that it's all over the outside of the dough. So here's your oiled dough. You want to cover it and let it rise for about 1 to 2 hours. Here are your baking pans. I sprayed them a little bit to make sure that it doesn't stick. And here is your bread risen. You just want to punch it down and get it out of the bowl. So this is mostly going to be my hands, but I thought this is probably the best way to show you exactly how to make the bread dough for your 2 loaves of bread. So you want to take all your dough, and you split it in half. So I'm going to set one aside, and then I just split it into 3 different balls. I roll it into another ball like this. Here are the loaves before their second rise, and this is after the second rise. Here they are in the oven. You have to turn them. This is about halfway through baking. Here are the done loaves of bread. Make sure that you let them cool on a cooling rack. And here's your delicious loaf of cut bread. Hope you enjoyed this video on how to make this bread. If you'd like to get some details on the actual recipe, just click on the link in the post and that'll take you directly to the website. So while you're making this wonderful bread, while the bread is rising, you can go check out the site and figure out some things that you'd like to get in a barter trade and get bartering. Thanks so much.